Okay, let's begin this lesson with a Number Talks warm-up. For this Number Talks, you will need some counters and a 10 frame. So we'll be playing a new game today called Guess My Way, and I'll explain a little bit more about that later. But you need to pause the video and make sure you have some counters. You could have 10 of one kind or color, or you could have 5 of a color and 5 of a different color or kind. But you'll definitely need 10 counters, and you'll need a 10 frame to use them with. Go ahead and pause the video until you have those materials gathered and you're ready to move on. But remember, when you hit play and the next slide comes up, it will be a number formation that will disappear quickly, so you'll need to pay close attention to see how many dots. Okay, here's your first quick look. Pause the video and tell someone at home or think to yourself, how many dots did you see and how did you see them? Okay, here's that picture again, only this time it won't disappear, so we'll have a minute to talk about how many we saw and how we saw them. So take a look closely and tell me, how many dots did you see? Using the front 10 frame really makes it easy to decide or recognize. Did you see 7? So did I. So let's talk about how we saw those 7 dots. You might have grouped them and seen that these 3 right here were a group of 3. You might have subitized that, and your eyes might have quickly recognized, and your brain might have said, there's 4, 3, and 4 gives us a total of 7. Or maybe you saw them in a different way. Maybe you were going with the top row and the bottom row. So if you were using the 10 frame to recognize that there was no dot here and no dot here, and you could quickly realize there were 3 dots here, and then on the bottom there was only 1 box that wasn't filled in, so you had an almost complete row of 5. 1 less than 5 is, that's right, it's 4. So 3 on the top, 4 on the bottom gives us that total of 7. Go ahead and pause the video and discuss any other way that you might have seen how many dots there are. Okay, here's another quick flash of another dot arrangement. Pause the video and talk about how many dots you saw and how you saw them. Was the number of dots on this slide really easy for you to recognize? Maybe you noticed a group of dots. Perhaps this group right here, altogether 3 on the top and 3 on the bottom. There was a little group of 6 here, and 6 and just 1 more makes how many? That's right, 7 total. So this group of 6 plus 1 more was 7. Okay, get ready to play the new game, Guess My Way. Okay, time to play Guess My Way. You will need to have your 10 frame and your counters ready. You'll need 10 counters, but I'll give you a hint. The number of dots on the next slide that I show you will not be more than 10. It will probably be less than 10. What I want you to do is, using your 10 frame, I want you to take your counters and place them in an arrangement that you think will be exactly the same as the next dot arrangement I show you. Okay, so pause the video, place your counters on your 10 frame, using however many you think you'll see, and place them in an arrangement that you think will match my way that I'll show you on the next slide. And when you're ready, go ahead and hit play, but remember, it's going to flash and then disappear quickly. And then we'll talk about what you saw, we'll talk about how you saw them, and then we'll have some more time to compare your guess to my way. Okay, quick flash. Okay, that was really quick. So pause the video and talk about how many dots you saw and how you saw them. Also, pause the video for long enough to talk about whether your arrangement on your 10 frame matched the one that I just showed you. Pause the video, think about it, talk about it, and press play when you're ready to see it again. Okay, so this was my way. Did you know that I was going to use 7 dots on the slide? And did you put them in an arrangement that matched mine? Let's talk about how many dots are here and how we saw them. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 dots on the top row, which did we really even need to count them one by one? Or could we just recognize that this box on the top row is empty, giving us 1 less than 5, which is 4. You got it. And then on the bottom row, we had 3 in a row, and there were 2 boxes empty. So we might have subitized or just recognized that there were 3. And so all together, the top row, which is one part, and the bottom row, which is another part, gives us a whole group of dots that is the same as how many? That's right, 7 dots altogether.